Hello and welcome to my Sunday Front. Today I have a mukbang. I'm so happy because I have my hot fries I had ordered real fast, and then I had ordered this muscle milk, and thank goodness it was on sale because I hadn't thought to buy it. And I was like, you know, what am I gonna do mukbangs with? And I wasn't sure, so guess what I have for you guys today? Well, I have my setups. Can you tell what I have? I'm just playing. I'm not gonna make you wait very long to figure out what I'm gonna eat on my mukbang. You're obviously here with me. I'm gonna show you my mukbang. So it's Cheetos mac and cheese, the spiral noodle. Can you see it? Mixed greens and sausage and mashed potatoes. Looks good. So let me open my hot fries. Couldn't wait to have some more hot fries. Just put a little bit on there. That's good. And then open my shake, which I put in the freezer, but it didn't get hardly as much time. And then I just want to froth it up a little bit. It says shake well. So um so I did a makeup tutorial. So if you guys want to check that out, it was a makeup tutorial because I was doing TikTok. So make sure if you're on TikTok, make sure to give me a follow. I follow back. Don't worry, I follow back. I just need I just need more followers and more following, and we'll be based. So this is basically the look. Um this is kind of like what I did. I kind of toned it down because you guys requested for a more toned down look. Um if you can see, this is, it lasted a pretty much long time. I just freshened it up a bit, just a little bit more color because I'm on camera. But yeah, let's cut into the sausage and see what we have. Now this sausage was that sausage I bought at my Kroger haul. And so I love that sausage, like it's versatile. And I always complain about sausage. I don't know why, but I think like I don't know, like I like things most of the time. It's just like I get burnt out, with one food all the time. So today I kind of switched it up that way you know, I wouldn't, except for my hot fries. Like I don't know why I started liking hot fries. I think it was like the smoke thing that I did. And then I was like, man, I can put these in oil and fry them. Like, what the heck? And after that, I was like, they taste good, like fresh out of the bag. This is good. So after that, I was like always eating them and kind of craving them sometimes. So here's my mac and cheese. Now I baked this, like I kind of warmed it up and then baked it. So here's what it looks like. Mm, and this is good. It's like pasta. Cheeto flavor pasta. Can I tell you that pasta though? It's so good. The pasta, the noodles are so good. And mashed potatoes. And a piece of sausage. Let's try the mixed greens. These are really good. Ooh, to cut this sausage a little bit more. It's a rainy day. Just rainy. But I like posting stuff on my TikTok. So that's why I asked you guys to follow me. When I get 1,000 followers, we can go live on TikTok. When I get 1,000 subscribers here, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Actually, don't. Is it 1,000? I think it's 1,000. But everybody's excited. I put bacon bits on everything. I thought they would be like not taste that good, but on the collard greens, on the mixed greens, it tastes really good. I like to talk things through, even when you're having like a trying time, even when you feel like kind of a disconnect, or I feel like even when you feel like nobody in the world would ever understand you, it's helpful to, let it out. It's helpful to be vocal about it, if it's like an issue that's been bothering you and been dragging you down, you need to be loud about it. Some things take a little bit of oomph to get, out of, the situation. Sometimes you get stuck and you find yourself stuck. And, you know, there's sometimes when all you're doing is, looking up from the bottom, and it's like you hit rock bottom and you don't feel like there would ever be solutions for you. But sometimes it takes a little bit more effort to be more focused and more centered and more louder about, you know, the whole issue. I think sometimes if you sit there and say, oh man, this is pathetic. Oh man, poor me. Oh man, this is just about the worst. Oh, I feel horrible. I am horrible at this whole, you know, dealing with this issue. I just, you know, it feels endless. I don't know what that is. Ignore it. And it's not so. It's the way you see yourself, the way you feel yourself out of the situation. You know, you have to deal with it and face it, face it. It's confronting you. So, little by little, you can pick at it in a positive way that will lead to a positive outcome. And I think that will help you and benefit you to overcome it. It's just another obstacle. It's just another obstacle. Life goes on, honey. Life will go on whether you decide to curl up in a ball and cry like a little infant, you know, and deal with it never, or you can deal with it now, confront it in its face now while it's in your face now, and then deal with all the issues later. Or you can, curl up into a little ball and deal with it later. Um, you know, but if it's been bothering you and you know it's an issue now and going to be an issue later, there's only, one solution is to, you know, find your voice and find your center. Think about think about, all the things that probably would bring a solution, you know, to improve, not improve, but to change the course, you know. And the course of action right now would be to tackle it little by little, in which case you're doing small steps and making progress. You see what I mean? If you can find the whole, thing that it could just subside somehow, that would be great. But the thing is that when you tell yourself, no, you can't, you know, it's like you're saying you're not worthy or you're not adding value, you know. And at the same time, you may feel this way, but to the world, you are worthy. You're worth something. You are valued. And, everybody adds value. Um, you know, And because you're a human being, yeah, you're entitled to feeling frustrated, angry, resentful, you know? Sometimes you start envying other people. The grass is always going to be greener, isn't it? That's how I feel. But for one thing, you don't want to start being frustrated with yourself. You're beating yourself down, you know? And then the rest of the time you're dragging, you're mentally foggy, you know? And solutions become more vague and vaguer in time. You got to stay grounded, you know? Be ready. Be ready. Hype yourself up so that way when an obstacle comes, you're just going to hit it right then and there and just, break it down to where you're making progress into, a reality, your positive outcome, just like that, your solution found. Nothing will stop you. You know, being centered is like the centuric part of just, kind of being real. Because if you're going to put on a facade, not only for the world, but for yourself, and just become some type of caricature, you've done a good job, playing the part. You've done a good job you know, in the whole theatrics, but you only played yourself, actually, because that's not reality based when it comes to solutions and finding, means to progress, you know. If you want an outcome, you have to deal with each tiny little minuscule obstacle as it comes. And as you go along, the better you will be able, you'll be able to feel your way through things and know what's best for you and know which step you're going to take next. And that's very important because nobody is the same. We're all individuals, and each individual, takes on task, you know, like I said, not, you know, not on its own pace, but, you know, in its own way. So, I mean, like I said, we're human. We're entitled to feel things. We're entitled to have fear. We're, entitled to be excited, but that feeling, that excitement, that scary emotion that you have, that, this is endless. It's like, don't repeat it. You can feel through that. You can. I want you in this time or whenever you need to hear this again, play it again. Push play, please. Be my guest. And I want you to find your inner strength. I want you to find that person, you know, excuse my language, but that motherfucker that will do the job. Okay? Be that. Be that guy. Be that guy and be the boss of your burdens. Be your inner strength. You need to be your inner strength. You need to find footing and be grounded. And you need to face reality, not just when and if, but now. I'm talking to everybody, you know? Times are good now. We're only 2 months in. We've so much accomplished. But one thing's for sure, we don't need to disconnect. And one thing's for sure, we don't need to throw away what self-worth we have, what positivity we have in our lives. We don't need to throw away a world, you know, because an emotion is making you feel burdened, you know. You need to work your way out of your situations. Yes, but when those feelings subside, you should be able to say progress is coming, or progress is on its way. You should be able to say, you know, I can be centered and find clarity in knowing that I am able to achieve, you know, each, you know, goal I have in mind, to to overcome any obstacle before me. And in the end, with that mindset, you will. I'm sorry, red pill. Did somebody make fun of you and hurt your feelings and say, oh, wow, I'm an alpha man? Hmm? Did you have a red nose? 9 times out of 10, you probably did. If you're gonna say no, I think you're lying. But anyways, I'm not like a circus expert, but I'm just saying sometimes you just gotta block that energy and move on, honey. If it's extrinsic, you need to find a peaceful space for you. You live for you. You do for your own. And you continue making progress for your people. And so long as you do, so long as you live and exist, so long as you breathe, honey, they will eat. They won't, they'll have to swallow so hard they won't even know how to speak words. And even if you're in pain, even if you're hurting, even if your feelings are tortured, give them a mouthful and you do you and win. So thank you guys for joining me. If you like this video, give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Might sound different. Bye-bye.